Hi guys, so I was recently looking at my financial goals for 2023. I had set about 5 financial goals that I would like to achieve in 2023 back in October of 2022 because I love being early, I love planning out things in advance, and I just love the idea of setting short-term, medium, and long-term goals. So I had set these goals back in October and very hopeful about 2023 and still very much hopeful about 2023 and what I would like to accomplish. But I also wanted to make this video to tell you that it is okay to change your financial goals. Don't punish yourself for goals that are no longer either achievable for you or your priorities have changed enough. Your core values never change. Your core values always stay the same. But life can be lifing. Okay, and because we know that life be lifing all the time, we need to also make sure we are reviewing our goals regularly and also adjusting them based on the circumstances. So you might have had a career change. You might have been in a great goal last year when you were setting your goals for 2023, but then your career changes and now you have to be like, oh my god, okay, I still want to achieve this goal, but is it achievable in the time frame that I set that goal for myself? So you might be changing to be like, okay, I'm going to change my goal. Instead of achieving it in 2023, maybe I'll move it to 2024, or maybe I'm going to change entirely the goal that I set before. And that's exactly what I am going to be doing for my 2023 goals. I do have my trusted legend planner here that I use every single day. I review every single day and I look at my goals all of the time. And it's because I review my goals all the time that I'm able to see exactly what I can and cannot do, what is within my control, what is not within my control. And looking at the circumstances in my life, they help me make better decisions. And also sometimes you just meet smarter people who give you a new insight into things, right? Or your priorities change in life and you want to focus on that. And for a lot of us, getting to big ages of like reaching 40, I'm 4 years away from that. But it makes you reevaluate some of the goals. And sometimes you may have been setting the goals because you watch somebody. I watch a lot of YouTubers. So I could have been watching somebody talking about their goals and I'm like, oh, that would be a nice goal, which is not a good thing to do. And I'm not saying that's what I did, but I know that seeing other people, what they're doing, I have a lot of influences around me, and sometimes it can be hard to maintain the goal that you want. But if you are reminding yourself of why you're doing what you're doing, then it's easy for you to stay on track with your goals. I mean, it's not easy, but you can always reaffirm why you are doing what you're doing. So now, for me, my changes may be drastic to some, may be okay for some, or may not even be a thing to others. So, which is fine. I'm making these changes based on my personal needs, my personal circumstances, and things that I've just reevaluated within my life. So, I'm going to put up on the screen in a few seconds what my goals for 2023 are, and then also I will then talk to you about some of the changes that I'll be making. So the first goal was to reach 1 million in assets and 500,000 in net worth. This goal is not changing. It's a stretch goal, but I'm still working hard to make sure that I reach this goal. So I'm going to keep this goal to reach 1 million in assets and 500,000 in net worth. So we're sticking with that. Then my next goal of reaching 75K in my investments is also staying because I've already achieved the first part, which is 25K in pension investments. I achieved that in January, and 50K in pension. I am £7,000 away from reaching this goal, so I'm keeping this. Even with my change in personal circumstances, I'm still keeping this. And I will do a separate video on that sometime, but for now, just know that this goal is also staying. My third goal of saving 5K for travel, this is also another one that's staying because I'm on track with this one as well. I'll probably be able to accomplish this in the next 2 months. So not a goal that I'm changing. My fourth goal, which was to purchase a rental property, number 3, is a goal that I have actually debated about. And when I was writing my goals back in October and then reviewing them again in December when I went for my reset to start 2023, I looked at this and I was like, in my original 5-year plan, I decided to take a break in this year. So this is, I believe, year 2 or year 3 that I'm doing of my 5-year plan. I decided to take a break from purchasing houses because I wanted to focus on other things. But for some reason, I was called to adding this goal in here. And I think one of my main reasons for adding this is purchasing another rental property was actually going to help me achieve my reaching 1 million in assets and 500,000 in net worth faster. That was my thinking behind this, including purchasing another property. But I am re-evaluating that because I am making, firstly, a lot of home renovations, which means a lot of money away from my investments, my savings. Because of that, I know that I won't be having a lot of leftover money to be saving on the side to pay for the deposit, to pay for lawyer fees, and all of that good jazz. And because I know that, I am now re-evaluating and deciding that I should have left this goal to 2024 as opposed to bringing it into 2023, because I figured this would help me to achieve my first goal of reaching 1 million faster. So because of that, I have looked at it and I'm like, it's probably best for me to relegate this goal to 2024. Now, if an opportunity presents itself, okay, if an opportunity presents itself and I have the funds, I will buy the property. That's where I am at with this. So whereas it's no longer a focus for me anymore, but if the right opportunity and the right circumstances arrive, I mean, obviously the right circumstances never arrive, but if I have the opportunity and I have the funds to support that, that won't leave me in financial strife, then I will go ahead and make the purchase. But it's still a work in progress. But this is a goal that I'm happy to move to 2024 because initially in my 5-year plan, this was for 2024 anyway. So that is one goal. The fifth goal and also second goal that I have decided to readjust is my emergency funds. So I wanted to reach 15K in my emergency fund. 10K of that was going to be my main emergency fund, and then 5K of that was going to be my emergency fund. The 5K in my emergency fund for rental properties, that one is going to stay the same because I do need at least that much for my rental properties. Touch wood, nothing goes wrong, but in case it does, I want to make sure that I have that money readily available. And also it might not only just be like when things go wrong with my rental properties, but it could also be like paying taxes and what have you, because the properties are in my name. So I know that I'm going to be paying a lot of tax in 2023. So, you know, I do need that amount of money in my account for these rental properties. But the first part of 10K in my emergency fund, this 10K would cover 6 months of my expenses. And whereas it's one that I want to achieve, I've also decided that I'm actually not going to be sending money anymore to my emergency fund because I have reached 3 to 4 months of emergency fund savings. And because I've done that, I've decided to stop this goal and end it here. If circumstances change along the way, then I will be refunding it. And if there's opportunities for me to refund it, I will, but it's no longer my focus to reach 10K in my emergency fund. I have reached 3 to 4 months saved and I'm comfortable with that and I'm happy with that. I am comfortable because I do have a lot of insurances that I can use. So for example, for my home, I pay for a lot of insurances which covers everything that, again, touch wood, that could go wrong in the house. So it's covered by my insurance and I would like to continue with that. So because I know I have this cover, I have decided to just put the 10K goal on one side and I'll probably relegate this to next year as well to save the remainder of what I have left. So I'm just going to do that. So these are the 2 goals that I have decided that I'm going to adjust or change completely. So I am deciding to move purchasing of third rental property to 2024, and I'm also choosing to readjust, instead of wanting 10K in my savings for my emergency fund, to bringing it down to 3 to 4 months saved, which I have achieved. So I'm going to stop there. And the reason why I'm stopping there for my emergency fund is because, like I said, I am starting to do home renovations, and that costs money. So I would like to send that money towards my home renovations, and these home renovations obviously are costly. So I'm just going to do that, focus on that. Once I finish, if I'm able to pay off the renovations before the end of the summer, then I can then start again refunding my emergency fund. But for now, these are the changes that I'm making, and I just wanted to make this video to help others like me who were struggling with the idea of, oh no, but I told myself, or I told other people, my accountability partner, that I'm committed to making sure that I reach this goal, do this. But the things in our lives, life changes every single time. Opportunities present themselves that make you need to adjust your goals, and that is okay. It is okay to adjust your financial goals, and I hope this video motivates you to know that it is okay, and you make sure you do what makes sense for you and your family. And besides, personal finance is personal for a reason. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, guys, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.